Hello, world. This is Nadira Bai with NBI Inspires, and I'm here to inspire you. It is episode 16. That's right, y'all. It's episode 16, and it's so exciting. And thank you for being here with me on this beautiful journey. And if it's your first time, welcome. I hope you get all that you wanted. You get the growth, the happiness, all that good stuff. I hope you get it. I'm really thank you for joining. And I'm going to dive into appreciations. I'm going to thank God, my family, my friends, Shoot What Has, my entire support, the listeners, everything. Thank you so much to all of you. And such a blessing to be here and just a humbling experience. And I just want you to know that you can do anything, be anything you want to do. Just put your mind to it. No one has the right to tell you no because they are not your creator. So don't ever give creation power over you. Okay. Love you. Don't let anybody give you any self-doubt or negativity because they don't have that right. Don't give people your power. Don't give them the keys to your heart. They don't deserve that. If they're being negativity, they shouldn't be in your world. And I know I'm going on a tangent, but I just want to, it's just really important. You just got to really know that you have what it takes. You're special. So, yeah. So today's episode 16, is about kindness. And that's the reason why I was saying what I was saying, because that's what episode 16 is about. So the definition of kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. It is a kind act. So that's what kindness is. It is a noun. And look, I came back to work Monday, but really yesterday. And y'all, let me tell you, truth be told, COVID really didn't, from what I noticed is COVID just exposed people. To me, if you were really mean, you became meaner. If you were nice, you became nicer. Or maybe, not say that people can't change, or maybe you weren't as nice and you became nicer. But you weren't as nice and you became nicer because you understood that COVID ain't playing. And which means God ain't playing because God is the one who created COVID. That's the way I see it. And because we've had plagues throughout time. So, we all didn't think, I know I didn't, we never think we lived through a pandemic and now it's here. But just to show you that we're not in control, that, this ain't no joke. This is no joke. And it's profound to see how some people are really, really, really mean. Like this woman, I was just not very nice. This woman was very nasty to a friend of mine and I yesterday. And I was just like, what? I was appalled. Like, wait, girl, what? Just nasty. And she was in the wrong. And again, like I said, none of us like to be checked. No one likes to be wrong. It's the truth, but it's the way you handled it. And she was just totally out of line. She knew she was wrong because towards the end, she tried to be, someone knows you're wrong. You're like a little quiet. So she tried to be quiet. No, boo, what you need to do is say sorry. Okay. Don't be quiet. Say sorry. You should have been quiet before. You should have came correct before you did it. But I'm like, I'm working. But it's just so nasty. It's not needed. Just be nice. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat people the way you love to be treated. Why are you being nasty? Why? It's just like, in order for humanity to prosper, we have to be there for each other. If we don't care about each other and we are focused on ourselves, we are not going to progress. We are not going to prosper. We are not. And that is not the reason why we are put on this earth. We are not to be divided. We are supposed to be united. The reason why we have different races and ethnicities and languages, all that beautiful stuff is to unite us. It is, I promise you, it's not to divide us. And no matter what you see in the world and what you see projected in the media, that is not the way things are supposed to be. We are supposed to be together. There is no reason we have things like racism. There is no reason we should have things like poverty. There is no reason why we should have sexism. There is no reason we should have anyone. There should be no oppression whatsoever. Everyone should be doing well. It makes no sense why we have the things that we have in 2021 as if it was 1821. Really? Famous quote. For those that do not learn the history, they are doomed to repeat it. Doomed. Doomed is not a good thing. Learn from the past. History belongs to all of us. Learn from it. Stop trying to get minds. Help each other. Be there for each other. It's crazy. I'm like, where's the generosity? It's just like, it's crazy. I'm like, it's a pandemic. People are losing. People have always lost their lives. But when you have something like this, And again, there are people that have been catching hell before COVID. So I don't even, my heart goes out to the people that have always been in oppression, have always had to live a life of misery. That is, just breaks my heart. In addition to, COVID, it just makes things even crazier, harder, darker. But when you are not being there for someone and being kind and treating other people the way you treat it, that's a problem. It's best to paint. My parents are great storytellers. They're both writers, but they're great storytellers. And before my father passed in 2019, we have so many elaborate stories because he has a very big personality, just like my mother. Such great storytellers. And my father always had the best stories. And, so that's why when this is about storytelling as well. So to give examples of the topics that I have, it is great to paint a picture, right? So give an example. Last week, I had to take my daughter to the dentist. It's her first visit. Ooh, so exciting. She did great, which my daughter is a diva, so I'm so thankful. Thank God she did a really good job. And my mother wanted me to pick up some food. So it was really great. One of our favorite restaurants, and I did so. And the food wasn't ready. So they told me 30 minutes. I was like, okay. So then it was another 30 minutes. So now I was going to be late to my daughter's appointment. Not once did I raise my voice. Not once did I give an attitude to the owner of the establishment, of the business. Not once did I give them a hard time. Why? Because you know what? Well, for one, they were being really nice. And she was really apologetic, and I respect that. Like, at least she realized that, okay, we dropped the ball, we're running a little late, but she's really sweet. But not once did I get out of character and check her and things like that. Now, she came at me sideways, gave me attitude, that would have been something else. But she didn't. She was really kind and things like that. But still, I kept my cool. I was like, dang, I got to go. But I wasn't rushing them. And plus, I had a pretty large order. And I could have really held to, you said 30 minutes, but we're human beings. It's as if like we can't make mistakes. Like, how do you expect other people to be perfect, but you're not perfect? And there's no way you could be perfect because you weren't meant to be perfect. You were meant to be excellent and reach for the stars because you are a star as long as you're being good to other people. That's what you're supposed to do. But to expect people to be perfect when you're imperfect is a double standard. It's hypocrisy. And that's what happened. So I was just like, look, and thank God, alhamdulillah, I called the dentist's office and they were really sweet, really kind. Everything was kindness, but that I believe because I led with kindness. So everything fell into place that everyone was kind afterwards. But it starts with us. When people, like if you're in a line at a supermarket and you see someone struggling, help them. You know what I mean? Help them. If you see someone, like, I'm not cool with people like, oh, can I get in front of you? I'm like, yo, why do you think your time is, that's being inconsiderate. Why do you think your time is more valuable than mine? That's not cool. That I have a problem with. But when you have people that you can see are having a hard time or maybe just anything, help them. Be there for them. Be there for people. Be kind. Again, we are not going to move forward as a people, not society. People, the whole planet, if we are not good to each other. There are some very evil things that are happening that we are not aware of in this world. And it just blows my mind that people really think they're better than other people. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, what proof can you show that you are better than somebody else? What, the color of your skin or your gender or your so-called class money? You can't take your money with you. The Egyptians tried and failed, okay? What are you doing? Be good to people. What we take with us is our deeds, how we treat other people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat people the way you love to be treated. Be kind. Be considerate. When I spoke about in episode 15, when it came to relationships, and as far as with my husband and I, or just anything, I'm constantly trying to think about other people. And I am a Muslim. And as Muslims, we are always supposed to be thinking about the other person. Again, what they project in the media is not Islam. Islam is beautiful. And constantly it is beautiful. And I would not be Muslim if I didn't believe that. And everything you see right here is because I am a Muslim and I love being Muslim. And treating other people the way you want to be treated. If you have questions about anything, ask. But ask it in a way that you would want someone to present it to you. Not in a negative way. What is that on your head? Or what are you doing? Like, would you like me to do that to you? Then why are you doing that to me? And sometimes at work, I got to approach people like that. Like, whoa. Who are you talking to? And they're taking it back. People are really not watching, careful over themselves of the things that they do. They just say things. Like on social media, people just want to tear other people down. Not all the time, but if you've seen it, like the mean tweets and the mean DMs and the mean, like, what are you doing? Don't you know you're harming yourself by being negative to other people? Don't you realize that if you are not being good to other people, you are not going to get no goodness. Whatever you put out in the world is coming back. So you put negativity back out there, trust and believe it's coming back to you, and you won't be prepared for it. The good Lord is going to send it to a time that you will not be prepared, and you're not meant to be prepared for it, because you have no business treating other people like that. You were meant to be kind. You were meant to be considerate. You were meant to give people the best. And if they are not giving that to you in return, check them. There ain't nothing wrong with check people, let them know. But then keep it moving, drop it. And learn from it. But don't treat people like trash, because no one is trash. The fact that people really, it really blows my mind that people think they're better than other people. It's crazy. It's crazy. Because you're not. You're not. Treat people right, y'all. Treat people, love each other. Rush in and like, even when I'm driving, I'll let some people cut me off. Not, then people get sued because then other people not inconsiderate. I'll let one person slide in. That's cool. But then you get like 8 other people. All right, now I'm a pushover. So you got to find, it's a fine line. No, don't be a punk. I'm not saying be a punk. I'm saying be kind, but don't be a punk. So being kind is treat other people the way you want to be treated. However, be aware that people will try to take advantage of you. So still be tough, be a warrior, but also be kind, be harmonious, be balanced. You got it in you. You got it. You could feel it. Especially as women, we could feel it. But this is for everybody. This is for everybody. Like I said before, this platform, this is for everybody, but I am a woman. So, of course, I'm speaking directly to women, but this is for everyone because this applies to everyone. Treat people right. I stated before, my father has cerebral palsy. And, the mistreatment that my father dealt with since the day he was born until the day that God took him home is... it really, you would really feel that all of mankind is just filled with bad people. And I know that's not true, but it's hard when you see someone that you love so much, your hero, have to go through what he went through. But it made him, he's just an incredible man, But just to see such a kind person receive so much unkindness, if that's a word, or, a cruelty is really, really breaks my heart. But it definitely lets me know that, like I said, be kind, but also be tough, be a warrior. Don't let nobody punk you. Don't let anyone think that they're better than you. Remind people. If someone comes to you, and again, I think it's very important, let people set the tone, That's I let people set the tone. I try to come very respectfully because that's how I was raised. I definitely believe that's how God wants us all to be. But if someone comes at me in a negative way, you're going to get it. You're definitely going to get it. And I'm going to let you know, don't you dare treat me as if you cannot respect me. Did I talk to you that way? They're like, no. I'm like, don't you dare ever in your life treat me or anyone else like this again. You let people know they met the right one. A good friend of mine told me that. He also passed on. And God took him home as well. And he said that, some people say that quote like, you got the wrong one. He's like, no, you got the right one. And I like that. You got the right one because this is going to be the one that's going to set you straight. I'm going to set you correct. Don't mistreat people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Be kind. Be good to people. Be good to people. But be tough. You got to be tough too because the world is filled, unfortunately, with so many people that are wrapped into themselves and so selfish that it's hard sometimes to be kind. And I get it. I totally get it. But don't compromise who you are. Don't change your core values just because other people want to be devils. You be an angel. Be sweet. Be tough, but be sweet. I care about you so much. I want you to know you have what it is in you to have the best. The best. Be kind to yourself. Have a healthy relationship with yourself. Love yourself. So some questions. Just think about, how are you with yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Are you kind to others? Do you treat people the way you want to be treated, the way you love to be treated? Do you do that? Do you reflect on your actions with other people? Do you reflect on the things you say and do? Do you really think about that? Do you ponder? And, what do you want out of your life? What do you really want out of your life? And what do you think it's going to take for you to get there? It's very important. And kindness is very important. And, to close it out, to bring it all home, is that none of us can live this life and can do this on our own. We need each other. And that starts with being really good to each other. No one wants to be around someone that is just not nice. That's just truth. I don't want to be around negativity. When I see it and I feel it, and I know I got it in me too, but I try to check it. I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around that. It's just really, it's an illness as far as negativity, and it just sucks the life out of everything. And that's not the way life is supposed to be. It's so beautiful. It's so bright. It's so luscious. And we should know that, but that definitely starts with yourself. Don't expect other people to be a certain way and you're not that way. That's a contradiction. Don't be a hypocrite. Really look inside yourself like, yeah, sometimes I say things I shouldn't say, or I'm maybe not the nicest I could be. You know what I mean? Do that. Really think deep. Really, really dig deep. This whole platform is about digging deep, and really just loving you and achieving your dreams and reaching for the stars. Okay? So, like always, I just want you to be good to each other. Be really, really good to each other. Remember, all we have is now. That's it. So make it count. All right? So till next time, thanks. See you next episode.